Page 43, French Lullaby. Well, at the top of the page, they're showing you all kinds of wonderful stuff. I'd prefer you not bother with it. I want to talk about it in the piece. What it simply means is we're going to move the hand. We're going to move the left hand. We're going to start moving the hands around. Well, if you're aware of which finger's been on which keys, you've been working on that. When you go to move the hands, now the fingers are on different keys. This should not be too much of a problem. But when you go to move the hands around, we need to talk about that. So let's go look at this and see what we got. I see it's 3 lines of music long. It's longer than that because of the repeat signs, but we'll do that later. Treble and bass clef still. 1 sharp in the key signature. We're still in the key of G major, so make sure you're doing the scale for G major, 1 octave up and down, just like I explained in the trill exercise and the whole bit. Yeah, okay. And 3/4 time signature now. Now the hands are playing together, so let's take it one hand at a time. The right hand starts on 3rd finger on B. That puts you in this position. And there's no F's in this position, so they're all white keys. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, okay? That's pretty much what the right hand is doing. The left hand, you're starting with 1 and 5 here, so you're in this position. And there are no F sharps here either, so we're all white keys. And it's this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no big deal, I hope. Now on the second line, the last 2 measures, you're going to go here, and then 2 notes. Well, that's a bit of a tricky thing. When I'm going from 1 note to 2, and get the 2 notes down at the same time, good luck. I use weight to play. I'm simply transferring weight from 1 note to the other notes. I'm simply lowering 2 fingers instead of 1. Here, these fingers are ready. I'm just transferring weight. Ba, 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 ba. That's all it is. Now, if 1 note is always first, like so, then focus on the note that's late and focus on getting it right. Let the other note whenever. It usually fixes it so you can get them down at the same time. Stay relaxed. Let the wrist collapse a little bit. Don't tense up. Stay relaxed. It comes eventually. It takes a little time. Now at the end of the second line, when you go to the 3rd line, you'll notice the hand position is down here. 1 and 4. So I'm going from here to here. We're moving. You have 1 beat rest at the end of the second line. During that beat rest, you're going to lift up and move down. It's not a quick jerky motion or nothing. You just lift up and move down. So it's a 1, 2, rest. It's all one motion. It's just lift up and move. 1, 2, rest. Try and be there before you play the notes. Don't move and play the notes immediately. Be on top of them first. So it's 1, 2, rest. I'm there already. It only takes a moment to get there. 1, 2, rest. 2, okay. And then the last line, you'll see the D is tied here. That's tied. Don't play it again. Hang on to it. All you're doing is changing from a G to an F sharp because the hand position is actually here because of the F sharp. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest. 2, 3, 1, 2, rest. Now, when you get done with the line, after you've repeated it, you're going to go back to the beginning. That means you got to come back up here. It's the same procedure you just did. You're going the other way. So during the rest, you lift up and move. Here. You have to look down at the piano for this. When you start moving the hands, you're going to look at the piano for the move. But otherwise, you should not have to look at the piano for the rest of it. So put the hands together. It's 1, 2, and then here, and then here, 2. Using different fingers, different notes. Okay, let's go to the end of the second line. You're here. If I go to the 3rd line, the right hand doesn't move, just the left hand. Focus on the left hand. Get the left hand where it goes. We practice hand moves in piano all the time. I do it because you can't mess up the beat because you move the hand. So you just practice. You look down at the keyboard, see where you got to go. You know what the notes are already, I hope. Just have to, and then after you're there, then you can look up the music. stop again, you look down, know what the notes are, know where you're going to go, and you lift up and move. See, you'll get in the habit in playing music where you're always looking ahead a little bit anyway. It just comes, it just happens. So as I'm playing the first measure, I'm looking at the second measure already. I'm seeing what's coming to see what I got to do. Do I have to move or whatever? Yeah, you'll get in that habit. Now, once I can play the hands together okay, then I get rid of the hesitations, and then I think about the articulation. Here, it's all connected. You're lifting up for the phrases in the right hand. Lift up. At the end of the last two lines, there's a rest you have to lift up. But in the last line, lift up. There's like taking a breath. Lift up. It's the same notes you have to lift up. But this is a little longer lift. Yeah. In the left hand, you play it all connected if you can, even though they've given you phrasing. If you want to lift up for that, fine. I wouldn't. I would connect it. But they've done it that way, so we can lift up, I guess. At the end of the first line, lift up both hands. Care for it, but they did it. It's not my fault. Then once I have the articulation under control, then I'll think about the dynamics. P at the beginning is piano or soft. It applies to the melody, which is the right hand here. This is soft. This left hand is to be very soft. Again, you're a little heavier in the right hand. You're light. You're very light. And again, this is something you can practice with the scales. When you're playing the scale, play it one time really soft, both hands. Then play it sort of medium. Then play it really loud, lots of weight, like the wrist claps. Practice the different dynamics with the scales. And that way you have the control you need to do it in the pieces. Here I want soft and very soft. And then in the last line, the first time I play it, I'm going to play it loud. F is forte for loud. The left hand is still soft. Repeat it the last line, because the last line is surrounded by repeat signs. So you're going to play the line twice. I'm going to play it soft second time. Yeah, that's the dynamics they're showing. Then the speed is somewhere in the middle. 1, 2, what's it feel like? 1. For the road map, or when to go where, you have a repeat sign at the end of the second line, so you're going to go up and play the first two lines again. Then on the third line is surrounded by repeat signs, so you play that line twice. Then the DC Alfine, remember DC means go back to the beginning, and the Alfine is at the end of the second line underneath the staff. So you go back and do the first two lines again. Don't do the repeat again. You did the repeat the first time you did it. Don't do it on a DC Alfine. You normally don't do the repeats. You just go through and play the first two lines again and finish it up. So the piece is a lot longer than it looks because of all the repeat signs. There's a note in the end of the second line, the next to the last measure, last time retard. Retard is short for ritardando, which means to gradually slow down. It's simply telling you the last time you play this, you slow down. It's like it's the end of the piece. And the last time you play it is after the DC. When you're doing the repeats at the beginning, don't slow down there. You're not done yet. You wait till the very end after the DC, and you just slow down. How much you slow down, it's felt. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Feel the natural accents as you go through this tune. Let's play this together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any louds and softs. We will do all the repeats though. And the DC Alfine. So I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 2. 1, 2. Repeat. 2. 2. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, repeat. 2 to the beginning. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. Rest.